Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I am currently on a journey to repay 6 figures worth of student loan debt. So today I'm going to be going over our debt-free Friday for the week of June 25th, ending on June 25th, and as well as go over our June recap. So at the last Friday, debt-free Friday of every single month, I do a recap of the month. So we will be going over, of course, our trackers like we always do every week. Then we'll be going over our yearly debt payoff tracker as well as our June update for my exact balances, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. But first, we're gonna go over our regular debt-free Friday. So our starting balance for this week was $38,950, and that was at 70.58% paid off. We were able to make a payment this week of $1,050, and that leaves our ending balance for this week at $37,900, which is at 71.38% paid off. So got another percent this week, super exciting. And I did just want to update this as well. So our new goal that I talked about last week is getting under 20,000 by December 31st of this year. So our original goal for the year was to get under 40,000. So that means left to goal for the year is now 17,900. And I think I'm gonna start tracking this just because it is a good way to just make sure I'm staying on track. So if we want to meet that goal, we will have to pay off 17,900 by December 31st. I feel like that is definitely possible based on what we think we'll be able to pay in each month for the end of the year with a little bit of wiggle room. So side hustle income for this week for the 18th through the 24th. So I cut it off the day before I'm filming this. So we had YouTube. It's really AdSense, but I just consider it YouTube because that's all the income from YouTube. So for the month of May, we made $111.85. So YouTube is delayed a full month. So this is actually the YouTube income for the month of May of 2021. It gets paid out on June 21st. So this is also already subtracting off around 15 to 20%. I think I did 20% this month. I kind of fluctuate a little bit. Sometimes I'll do 15, sometimes I'll do 20, kind of depending on how I'm feeling, to be honest, or what I think our taxes will be. I honestly think I could probably go down to 15 and be very comfortable because I do have expenses related to my YouTube channel. I pay $15 a month for my Epidemic sound, for my music, for my videos, and a few other things. So I am spending, a decent chunk of this money that I'm collecting from YouTube on my YouTube channel. So I could probably safely do like 15% or even maybe 10%. I've been doing 20% just to be safe. So anyways, this is without the taxes in. Normally on my debt-free Fridays, I do before taxes amounts, but for my YouTube income, it's a little bit different because I have my YouTube income directly deposited into our tax savings account, and then I pull out the 80%. So that's why it's a little bit different. But so yeah, so that was a 111, which I was very happy with. And then the only other thing we had this week was Etsy, and that was $2.31. So total for side hustle for this week was a $114.20. So then I'm just going to recap the month of June for side hustle income. Since this video is also a June recap, I like to just go over all of our side hustle income for the month and total it. Our goal for June was to make $200 in side hustle income. I usually set a goal for every month, and a lot of months it's different just depending on how I feel like I'll be able to do. Some months are busier than others for me, and so sometimes I'm able to put more of an effort into side hustles. This was not one of those months. This was a month that I had set the bar a little bit lower. $200 is typically like a minimum I think there has been 1 or 2 months where I've gone under that, but you know, we're pretty easily able to create $200 worth of side hustle income at this point. So for Etsy, total for the month of June, I brought in $18.76. For surveys on the go, I talk about this almost every single week. I'm so happy that a lot of you guys have tried it and really enjoyed it. I have no affiliation with them at all. I am not sponsored or anything. It's just completely because my husband and I really do enjoy it and make money from it, from doing our own surveys. So I have no affiliation at all with them, but I'm really glad that you guys have tried it out. I think it's really worth it. Then I did do Instacart one time in the month of June. So I brought in $53.89 from Instacart. And then the YouTube income as well, which was $111.85. So that brings our total for June to $210.94. Obviously, we barely squeezed by that $200 mark, which I am very pleased with. It was a very busy month for us. It was super crazy, and like with personal and work life for both my husband and I. My husband's job had a little bit of a change to the structure of his job, so it kind of was a little bit of a crazy month for us, but I'm glad that we were able to meet that goal. So next I'm going to show you me making the payment, and then I will come back to fill in the rest of the charts. So here we are in my Great Lakes portal. My current balance is $38,950 at the start of this week. Last week we made a payment of $1,000 on the 17th, and I'm going to go into payments, going to select my Stafford loan, other amount, and this week we are paying $10.50, and I'm going to set this to pay on Thursday the 24th. And I'm going to review my excess payment method after the issue that I had with Great Lakes a couple of weeks ago. I always check to make sure that it is applying correctly. As you can see, it is 100% to my current target loan, which is this unsubsidized Stafford loan. This is my final grad school loan. It has the highest interest rate. So once this is over, then we're going to switch back to the Snowball method. These are all of my other balances as well. So that I'm not going to change. It's just going to be set as recurring. All right, so now you can see that that payment is scheduled for Thursday for $1,050. I don't think I've ever shown this, but a lot of the times I like to just go back and look at my payment history. So as you can see here, we have our scheduled payment for this week and every other payment that I've made for the last, I think it goes back a full year, so, or maybe a little bit less than a year, like maybe 11 months. So as you can see, back in 2020, I started targeting this loan in August. So this was, I had a private student loan prior to this that I think I've talked about a couple of times, but I paid that one off in, I think it was in July, and then I started targeting these current federal loans. So when I started targeting these federal loans, they were about $85,000. That is also, I started my Instagram in October, so in this time frame, and then I started my YouTube channel in December. So this is a little bit pre when I was talking about it online. As you can see, I consistently have made pretty much weekly payments for the last year. So I thought that was just kind of fun and interesting to look at. As you can see, my balance has consistently gone down over the last year, and it just goes to show that weekly payments really do make a huge difference. And as you can see, these are all of our payments for June. Right, so next I'm going to fill in my debt freedom tracker as well as my debt freedom tracker for my target loan. So this is the target loan that we're paying off right now. And then this is our full balance as of January 1st. So our starting balance for January 1st was $64,700. So on this chart, I'm going to color in 1.5 squares. And on this chart, I'm going to color in 5. So I'm going to do that, and then I will be right back. Cause yeah, sometimes we'll feel alone. In a second, I'll be right there. Turn around, let it rain. Turn around and let it rain on me. Don't you be afraid. Just follow me. You don't need no space. Just follow me. Like a mirror, you reflect me. Like a Friday night on the weekend.
I feel blessed and free. I just don't want this moment to end. But now you say you gotta go. Baby, why you gotta go?
All right, so that is all filled in. So we colored in, again, 5 of these for a total of 21 being filled in currently out of 100. So we are making great progress on this loan. Obviously, this balance is pretty high, so this one does go a little bit slower than some of my previous target loan charts where I was filling in like 15 at a time, but that's okay. So there's where we're at on that one. And then this one is coming along so nicely. It is making me so happy to see this working its way to being halfway filled in. So exciting. I cannot wait to be done. So next we are going to go over our June 2021 update. So these are all of my outstanding loans currently. Or these were my starting loan balances as of June 1st. So these are all the loans we started with. These balances are a little bit different than the May update, but that is okay. So we had to finish paying off this target loan originally. So the balance had gotten brought down to 105.35 after all of the reclassifications of those payments. And the current balance is 0. Obviously, we paid that one off the first week of June with that payment. And our starting for the current target loan was $20,914, and that is currently at $16,520.18. So we are able to pay a huge chunk towards that loan. Obviously, the majority of our payments were able to go towards that loan. So all of the remaining balances are the same. We did not make any payments on any of the smaller loans. If you remember from my last May update, I am switching to the Snowball method after this loan is paid off because the rest of my loans are pretty similar in interest rate and the balances are just so low that it makes sense in my mind to switch to the Snowball method. So after this 16 grand is gone, we will be switching to the Snowball method, and I'm so excited because I feel like it's just going to go so quick once we switch to the Snowball method, because we will easily be able to knock out 1 to 2 of these really quick, probably in a month at least. And then we will have so many fewer loans to work with. It's kind of overwhelming to have 12 different loans. So our starting balance for June 1st was $42,400, and our current balance is $37,900. I did just add this section down here as well to just recap our June payments. So obviously we made a payment of $1,200, $1,250, $1,000, and $1,050 for the month of June. And that brings a total of payments to $4,500 for the month of June. So I did just also want to go over this section here. So our original starting balance was $132,404. Our starting balance as of January 1st was $64,700. Our current balance is $37,900, which means that year to date we have paid $26,800. So since we are exactly halfway through the year, that is what we've paid in 6 months, is $26,800. Very happy with that, you guys. It's incredible to me. We actually paid off $55,000 in 2020. So our debt payoff will probably be a little bit smaller this year, which we expected because we did also purchase our car this year, and about, like $10,000 of our income in the beginning of the year had to go towards that goal. So we probably will not beat our goal or beat our last year, $55,000 going towards debt. We probably won't beat that, but we might come close, kind of depending on how the rest of the year goes. My husband's salary can be a little bit variable because he does have potential to get bonuses every month. Some months he's able to get them, some months he's not. So it kind of depends. And that's why sometimes our budget reconciliations are off of what our expected income is. Sometimes he gets bonuses, which makes our income a little bit higher. So that puts our total debt paid to date percentage paid off is 71.38%. So over 70% of the way there, very exciting. And then I did just go down here to the debt-free plan section, just kind of thinking about the next 3 months, the next 6 months, and the next year. So in the next 3 months, I would like to get our debt under 30,000, and possibly by the end of August. So I have kind of forecasted out our expected debt payments for the rest of the year. And main reason why I did that was because we wanted to create a new goal. Obviously, our new goal was to get under 20,000. So we kind of forecasted out, like, you know, what's the best case scenario of our student loan payments and, you know, the worst case scenario. So we kind of have landed on that under $20,000 goal. Could be better, could be worse, you know, we'll just kind of have to see. A goal obviously is always just a goal, and if we don't meet it, that's okay too. So in the next 3 months, we would like to get under 30,000. Obviously, we've got 7,900 to go, so we will see how that goes. And in the next 6 months, which would be December, we would like to get under that $20,000 mark, which is our goal for December 31st of 2021, is to get under that 20,000. And 1 year from now, I am hoping that we will be debt free. So our ultimate goal is to be debt free by my 20, I wish, by my 30th birthday, which is May 26th, 2022. So that is our goal, is to be debt free by then. If we are able to reach our goal of being under $20,000 by the end of the year, that should be a pretty easily obtainable goal. I would love to be debt free earlier than that, but we will kind of see how it goes. So I just wanted to kind of forecast out like how the rest of our year is going to go. And a year from now, hopefully we will be debt free. And I'm so excited about that. And the last thing that we have to fill out today is our yearly debt tracker. So I updated this because our year-end goal is no longer 40,000, it's now 20,000. So that's very exciting. And I just wanted to recap our June again. So our starting for June was 42,400. We made $4,500 worth of payments this month, which is incredible. And that leaves our ending at 37,900. Very excited about that. And again, for the 6-month period, we have paid $26,800, which is awesome. So that is where we are at with our loans for the month of June. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. I know some of these things can be kind of confusing, and it's a lot of numbers to go over in one video. So let me know if you have any questions. I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.
You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet.